Toonami Studios.
Batman 102. Man, we're in a new era of Batman books. For how long? Till January, I guess. Then John Ridley takes over for a couple months. Look, I kind of wanted to see where this one went. It's here, it's Ghostmaker, it's Clown Hunter. It's okay. It's legit just okay. I like some of the stuff it did. This is such a... I get where he's trying to go with this book. I support it. You know what? If I were to write Batman, I would use new characters too. Like, I don't give a shit. Add to the Pantheon. If you don't have a story to tell with Bane or Scarecrow or Killer Croc or any of those people, fuck it. Move on. Use your own character. Do something you want in that world. I'm in support of that. There's a couple things with the Ghostmaker though I'm just like, I don't know if I like where this is coming from. But we'll have to wait and see. It could surprise us. I think it will. I think Tynion hasn't let me down yet. There's been a couple of things he's done where I'm like, I don't know, but I don't think this has let me down. It is what it is. I'm gonna get by it. So we open up this book and we see a cop hanging from just like ropes. And he's like, no, you bat guys, just, help us out, do good stuff. And we see it's the Ghostmaker who has him. He's like, no, I'm not the bat. We know. Like, it's cute. Cute. I guess cute's the wrong word for that. But it's something that happened. Then we get a really nice moment actually in this book where we see that Batman and Oracle are working together. So Barbara is still under the Oracle visor right now. She is in his ear as he is going to fight these Grinners, which are these people that are infected with Joker toxin, who took it a little too far and became these criminals because of it. And he goes into this facility. They're fighting everyone up. And I really like this because Barbara's like, man, the world's changing. It's changing so much. My book was canceled. So now I'm here as Oracle. And Cassandra and Stephanie have the bat symbol again. So I guess I'll stay here for enough until someone says be Batgirl. Which don't. Keep her as Oracle. That's a way better role for her. Honestly. Bringing her back as Batgirl, I get it. Batgirl Burnside, that's where I jumped on board the character. But this is a way better role for Barbara. She is way better when she is Oracle. I don't care what anybody says. That's where she fits in. That's where she should be. And we see there's this symbol that's left at the scene of a crime. All these Grinners are killed. And Batman's like, oh, that looks familiar. I know this thing. And we get a flashback. We get a flashback to a scene in, I think they said Dublin. And Bruce Wayne's talking to this excellent knife fighter. He's like the best guy to use a dagger in the world. He's like, what do I have to do to prove myself for you to train me? And you're just like, you just barged in here demanding me to help you. Like, what is wrong with you, kid? And then this is the part where I'm like, are you kidding me? What is this? I have a theory about this that I don't think is going to be true, but I'll talk about it at the end. We see this man looking like Daredevil season 1 with like a white mask over his eyes where you can't see his face or his hair or any identifying features. He walks up to the teenage Bruce and he's like, oh, typical Bruce, you're entitled American ideas thinking you can fight them. And then these two teenagers get into a fight and the Irish guy's like, really? This is crazy. Stupid teenagers. So that it's just so dumb. But we know that's going to be Ghostmaker. And it's like, okay, here's what we know about Ghostmaker so far. He's not American. He trained with Bruce at some point in time. And they have a deal that he will not come to Gotham City. We learn that later on in the book when we get to there. We'll get to that in a bit here. We get a really nice moment where Harley Quinn's trying to pay for an apartment or she's trying to stay more downtown. The guy's like, really? You costume people just come in here and ruin everything? I guess if you pay double the rent, you can stay here, but we survived Bane, we survived Joker. If you crazy ladies start to ruin everything, I'm going to be very pissed and you're going to lose your money, bitch. And it's like, oh yeah, makes sense to me. I'm on board with that. I mean, this Harley Quinn I think is very subdued compared to how other writers would have her, and I really like it. I'm really liking his Harley Quinn because she just adds like a different angle to the book, and I think that's pretty cool. And we see from afar that Clown Hunter is actually watching her, and he's like, good for the girl. She's doing great. And as he's watching her, who shows up but Ghostmaker? And Ghostmaker's like, I'm going to take you down, you crazy kid. What are you doing killing these clowns? And then Batman shows up and he's like, no, Ghostmaker. You cannot do that. And then they fight. That's it. It's just so weird, man. It's like, I get it. First off, the Ghostmaker design, it is overly complicated. Like, there's some full shots of it. I'm like, this is a lot. Don't you think, James? Don't you think, guys who designed this? This is like a lot of stuff going on in this look. Not that that's a bad thing. Like, it can work for some people. I guess it could work for Ghostmaker. I'm just like, this is weird. It's so overly detailed and designed. And this is where we learn that they had the agreement that the Ghostmaker would not come to Gotham City, but because Batman screwed up and let things get out of hand, he's returned to do better than Batman by killing people. Which, you know, we've seen it before. The guy's like, I can be a better Batman, I'm gonna kill people. We've seen it. Of course we have. There's been millions of Batman stories. But I'm kind of like, what's going on here? Where does Bruce know this guy? Has he operated other places? So here's my really stupid theory that I know is not going to be true, but I just want to throw it out there just because I just hope some news site or something. It's like, this one theory on Ghostmaker, is it true? Here's my theory on Ghostmaker. Take it with no evidence whatsoever. I'm going to say this is Bruce's brother. Yeah, I'm going to say they're going to, like, one more day, like Zdarsky did with Daredevil, where he made Mike Murdock a real person. I'm going to say this is a version of Bruce's brother. Maybe that just somehow existed, like he knew him when they were kids, like his family was friends with his other family, and they kind of took in the kid when something happened, and now all of a sudden they train together, but he's like, it's like, you know, it's that classic rivalry at the dojo, you know, it's your Johnny Lawrence and, you know, your Danny LaRusso. It's that kind of shit. That's what I'm thinking. I'm just going to say it's like a brother, maybe like an actual Wayne family member, or it's going to be like a brother at like the studio or dojo they trained at. That's what I'm going to say. I don't care. I like it. It's fine. Like, I don't know. It's cool. Like, come on. The Grinners, Clown Hunter, Ghostmaker, the designer. Give me more new shit, man. Underbroker, I think that's a new one too. I don't give a shit. Throw them all in here. Tell your story with these weirdos. I don't care. It works for me. I'm on board with it. This is a pretty basic issue, and it's fine. Like, you're not going to overthink it. You're not going to over care about it. It's just something that happens to exist. So Batman issue 102, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.